Good Thursday evening. I'm Thomas Fleming. Thank you for joining us tonight. Breaking news developing as we speak. The Mohawk Valley will not be moving into Phase 2 as initially expected. Our Jen Seelig just met with the Oneida County Executive Anthony Picenti to get his reactions. Spoke with him. Jen is in our newsroom right now and has more. Jen, can you tell us more information?
Yeah, Thomas, talk about a last-minute change. They just got the phone call at 7 p.m. I'm talking about local officials talking with the state, not the governor, but other state officials on a phone call that we cannot head into Phase 2. But that's not just the Mohawk Valley region. That's Oneida County, Herkimer County, Otsego, Montgomery, Fulton, Central New York, the Southern Tier 2. We cannot go into Phase 2. So local businesses here that were preparing, like hair salons and other retail stores that were excited to open can't, according to the state. But Oneida County Executive Anthony Picenti, in a news conference that he just held at 9 o'clock this evening, says he's not giving any penalties for these local businesses to open if they do so. He says he advised the sheriff that they are not going to send any penalties to these businesses. So that being said, you can hear his frustration. He's very upset with the state. He says not once in these 10 weeks that he has had any communication with Governor Andrew Cuomo. And he says other local leaders in the Mohawk Valley region were all sharing the same frustration that they cannot head into Phase 2, and the state didn't really have a clear-cut response. So that being said, all these local officials are also upset. No local businesses will be penalized if they do decide to open. We do meet the criteria to actually head into Phase 2 from what the governor was saying originally to go into Phase 2 tomorrow. We hit all those points, 7 points of the criteria, and the state just called, making that announcement that we cannot head into it, and we are expected to hear a comment from the Oneida County Sheriff on this matter too. That being said, we will have more as this continues to develop. Oneida County Executive Anthony Picenti will hold his daily briefing again tomorrow, regular time, 3 p.m., and hopefully we will have more answers to his questions. But what really seems that he's frustrated with is that he's finding out all this information the same time the public and the media is too. So he says the lack of communication between the state officials and the local municipalities, there's some lacking communication there. But for now, reporting live in the newsroom, Jen Seelig, Eyewitness News, first at 10. Thomas?
And Jen, obviously this is a complete curveball. But were any of them at all aware of this expert panel being the sanctioning body and the main decision maker here as to when the region can reopen?
No, Thomas. This was a complete curveball. They got that phone call at 7 p.m. In fact, Picenti tells the media during his conference that he did reach out to Onondaga County Executive Ryan McMahon, and he had the same reaction too. No one had any idea that this phone call was coming. It was announced that the governor was following a few doctors, and these doctors are advising the state that it's best that we hold off and not head into Phase 2.
And Jen, finally, was there any indication at all as to when this reopening into Phase 2 may happen in the future, or any potential timeline that we have?
It's not quite clear yet. In fact, Phase 3, if we hit all the criteria to head into Phase 3, which would be 2 weeks from tomorrow, that's still not in the air. We have no idea when it's actually official for the Mohawk Valley region, along with these other upstate regions, to actually officially head into Phase 2. But from what I said before, local businesses can open. There will be no penalties as of right now as to when, if they will get issued a ticket or anything about opening. The county executive says this was just a complete curveball, and he's very frustrated because these employees have been out for weeks now, and they are excited. They've been ready to head into Phase 2, especially because our region has the green light from the county executive to go. We just couldn't get it from the state. Well, it was a last-minute change for that.
Well, Jen, thank you, and thank you for keeping us informed on this breaking news that's literally happening and developing as we speak.